Okay, so I look complete like utter shit, but also I have a meeting going for work in my next room, which I'm obviously not participating in. But because I just had this conversation with my friend, I wanted to come on here and talk about it. Um, it's basically like this concept of like, I don't want to call it like, it's basically like victim blaming. Wait, is this lighting okay? I don't get it. Anyways, so it's basically like this concept of like victim blaming, but for oppressed groups. And I can kind of go on like for hours about this, and I just drink coffee, so I just might. But basically, like I told my friend, okay, so I don't have the cups, but I got these really cute cups from Hey. It's called Hey Design. And they were like these four nice cups. I ordered them. I was really excited. I got them today. Then I turn it around. It says made in Turkey. And if you guys don't know, like Armenians usually boycott Turkey because, first of all, the genocide, and the genocide is still denied by Turkey. And they literally launched a war against Armenia. And if you guys know the size of the countries, it's completely like crazy. Like it's literally almost like a second genocide. So at this point, a lot of Armenians are really serious about the boycott Turkey thing, and it has been a thing for years. But like after last year, they were like a lot of Armenian stores, even in LA and stuff, were removing Turkish products because it's like, why the fuck would we make our own oppressor rich? And also, why would we give them more fuel to literally kill our own people? And that's what people don't understand about like these struggles. Like, and I personally feel like the Armenian struggle is the most unrecognized, unknown, and just unacknowledged. And I will stick with that like forever, because literally, like, we suffer in silence. Like, literally, like, the entire world, like, most of the world doesn't even know that, first of all, that we exist. Second of all, that there was a genocide. Third of all, it's still unrecognized. Like, I could just go on and on and on. And there's a lot of identity politics that go into it, and we can probably like go at this for hours. But yes, a lot of it does have to do with identity politics. I'm sorry we're not brown enough. I'm sorry we're not like non-Christian enough, because we are the first Christian nation. So there's like so many different things that I feel like if we were different enough, like white people or like white establishments would actually help us. Because guess what? They're talking about the Uyghurs, and of course talk about it. What's going on there is horrible, but they are Asian and they are Muslim. So those two things alone help them. Like when you're like helping another group, they sort of have to be different from you for you to like care, right? I think that's a very human thing. And I just feel like it's sad that like we're not different enough, but we're also not similar enough. We're not white enough, and we're not brown enough. So I'm kind of like going really high speed right now because, like I said, I just had coffee. But yeah, so I told my friend that I have to return these because like I don't support Turkish products. And he goes like, oh my God, you're making it such a big deal. And he's not Armenian. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? So I went on this whole tirade, and I'm just like, you don't get it. And this is why, like, literally, you guys, 99% of like you pretty much won't even get it if you're not Armenian. And there's like that 1% who's non-Armenian but also gets it. And those people are really like fucking held dear in my community, because we know that like as a non-Armenian, you're not exposed to this information. You're not exposed to this like backlash and like these constant like emotions, and like you don't know the stories unless you've been friends with Armenians, and unless you like fucking do your research, or if you're in history and like you're studying like just like real history, not like fucking Turkish bought out literal historians or academicians. Then you wouldn't know this, and you honestly like would think like, why the fuck are they protesting, or why boycott Turkey, like what? And there's so many people, like all these fucking Karens and Sallys and fucking Kyles, who are like now obsessed with Turkey. It's seen as like this like exotic place. Oh my God, let me travel to Turkey. And it's just like, bruh, like, do you know we created that whole country? Like, and also not just like that we helped them in terms of like architecture and actually created that infrastructure. They obviously forcibly fucking the genocide. Like, I don't want to go into details, but and a lot of the people in Turkey are unaware. I was talking to someone last night on Discord. She was Turkish, and I asked her like, hey, well, I didn't ask her. I was just like, oh, you're Turkish, that's cool. Like I've been to Eastern Turkey, which is which is like historic in Western Armenia. But I was like, oh, like, you know, it just sucks that like the history is not acknowledged there, that like you guys aren't taught about the Armenian genocide. And she goes like, oh, what's that? Like, I've never heard of that before. And she's like, oh, my English is not that good and this and that. And I was just like, I didn't go into like what the genocide is because I didn't want to like go there. But basically like I know that that's so typical of a Turkish response, that like they literally just don't know because their government has hid it so well from them, and their media, like they even have an Article 301 which is denying Turkishness, and anyone who's like an academic or anything who talks about the Armenian genocide is literally thrown in jail and like prosecuted under Article 301. So anyways, like this is like a lot, but I'm just like really pissed off, and I don't like this like victim blaming or like, oh, get over it, or like what's it called, like when people not gatekeeping, but like the other thing, like when people try to tell you like you're not like right, gaslighting. And it's just like, bro, like we've been going through this for like not just 100 years. Like this isn't even just 100 years. This is like thousands of years that we've been oppressed. Like if you know Armenian like history, you know that we've been oppressed for thousands of years. So to all the other woke people, POC, whatever, get on my level. I don't want to play oppression Olympics, but I do want to say get on my level in terms of oppression and community oppression. Sure, we're not oppressed in America. I'm not arguing that at all, at least not in the ways that some other communities are. Definitely, globally speaking, and like in a timeless way, we are extremely oppressed. Like we almost set the standard for oppression, and literally we did set the standard because Hitler modeled his genocide after our genocide. So I mean, like we literally are the standard. The word genocide was created in reference to the Armenian genocide. So once again, we are the standard. And it sucks, obviously. I'm not saying that's something that's great, but like it's, yeah. Okay, just don't mind my look right now. I'm gonna go now. My house is still pretty fucking empty. I'm doing like just different things, and different things are coming at different times. But yeah, just like I feel like when you're talking to people who come from these backgrounds, like I mean, I don't know if people here know Armenians, but definitely Armenians, but just anyone, like you need to sympathize, like empathize with their pain. And it's like, you might not think it's a big deal, but like it is a big deal. It's a huge deal for me to fucking buy cups that are then going to Turkey, financing their shit and financing their disgusting, first of all, oppressing their own people. Literally, they're oppressing their own people. Their fucking freedom of speech and their freedom of press is like literally horrible. And then also funneling the oppression of my own people. Like what a retard, I'm sorry, that's not PC. What a fucking retard would support the oppression of their own people. I don't get it. Okay, anyways, bye y'all. And then also my new fucking espresso machine is fucking amazing. Basically it's the only automatic machine that does like fresh grounds, and actually it's really hot, but it's kind of loud and it kind of gets hot, but like I like that it's an automatic thing. And then you use less waste because there's no pods, and all of that shit. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.